How's it going? Today we're going to be installing a microphone on our GoPro chassis. Kind of smells weird. So we have the Rode Video Micro Compact on-camera microphone. Now, it's not very compact, I'll tell you that right now. Maybe for a full-size camera or camcorder, this would be more compact. But for a GoPro, it's a little bit big. What we're going to do is we're going to unbox this and take a look at how big it really is. It does have a windshield or wind sock or whatever you want to call that. What that does is it dampens wind noise, and it essentially looks like a dead rabbit hanging off your camera. I know that's a great explanation, but we have the cold shoe mount for our GoPro chassis. I'm calling this a chassis. I hope nobody cares. It's kind of what it is, and it allows a lot of accessory upgrades and a lot better protection for your camera. So we're going to call it the chassis. Got my screwdriver and the screw for it. We have to figure out how this fits on here, and we'll go from there. So I'll get the camera flipped around and get a better shot for you. I know on my last video explaining what I got for it, I kind of got out of frame a little bit. I apologize for that, and I promise I'll do better this time. So hang on a second. Here is our microphone. This is the box that comes in. This is not a powered microphone, so we're going to pop this open and take a look at what it is. Wow. So there's the windscreen. It looks like the microphone is in it. The packaging is really actually pretty sturdy, so that's always a good thing. So yes, now you get the dead rabbit reference. The downside is that the windshield, as they call it on the box, is bigger than the actual GoPro frame. This could be a problem because it's definitely going to hang over our lens. So I'm probably not going to have this on it most of the time unless I'm doing videos like I'm doing right now. But if there is a scenario where I need to go outside and the audio needs to be more spot on, then this could be mounted to the camera if I needed it to be. There's this guy, it's just foam and fur basically. Here's the actual microphone. Now this isn't that big. I mean, compared to the GoPro case, it's quite large, and even if it were mounted here, it's still going to hang over the lens somewhat. Here's the mount. It's just a friction clamp right here that actually holds the microphone itself. This is very flexible. Getting the crackling of the vibration noise transmitting through the camera or the mount or the mounting point should be greatly reduced with this. Here's the T slot, and it only goes in one way because this is rectangular. So there's a side note for you. Here we have the cable. It does have a coiled up stretchy section of wire, and one thing I really like about it is it has 90-degree plugs. I don't like the color either because it clashes with gold. I know, first world problems, right? We're going to mount our cold shoe mount. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. That's what they called it on the ad. I'm pretty sure I want it here, maybe over here. I might put it here and just see what it's like. We're just going to drop the screw in. This is a 1/4 screw, so it's a pretty large size screw for what it's doing. Make sure it's squared, and we're just going to cinch it down a little bit. Now I'm not death tightening this, it's just snug, and there is a set screw here, and I'm assuming what that's for is to keep this from swiveling if it gets bumped or that sort of thing. You probably don't even need to really run that down. It's actually pretty sturdy the way it is. I can't, I'm wrenching on it pretty good. I can't really get it to move anywhere. So that's on, and what we're going to do next is take our microphone, and I believe this just kind of snaps in here. Of course, I didn't read the instructions. Who needs those, right? And it's pretty wobbly, you can tell. And the microphone sags just a little bit. that's a pretty decent setup there. I'm thinking maybe the coil cord might pull this back a little bit as well, so that might not be a huge issue. Obviously my camera's not in it because I'm using it to film this. If you've seen my other video, I mentioned I liked this style of lens cover much better, so I did in fact put that on the camera, and I do like it much better. The cord's gonna plug right into the back here, snaps in, and then you can plug it into your GoPro mic adapter. It's as simple as that. Now we can have higher quality audio. Now the GoPro audio is not terrible. A lot of people say it's bad. I can tell you right now this is probably going to be an issue going forward. I can already kind of just look through the lens here and I can see fur hanging down. One thing you could do is you could always mount this sideways and then have your microphone turned this direction, but the design of this microphone is more of a directional setup, so it's more designed for sound coming into the front here. However, it does have ports right here around the sides. So what I'm going to do is when I test out the lens kit on this camera, I'll also be testing out the sound on it. For a vlogging setup, or doing videos where you're talking, this is probably a great upgrade. If it's indoors, you probably don't need the rabbit. That's what it's called from now on. I don't think this was a bad idea to get the microphone. I think it's going to help a lot, but just the sheer size of it is pretty insane. It's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig at this point, because the GoPro is designed for action shooting, and putting stuff on it like this and the bigger lens basically are undoing all of the engineering that went into the GoPro camera originally. However, this makes the GoPro platform more versatile in my opinion, because you don't need to buy another camera if you can adapt this one to do other things. So that's something to think about as well if you want to vlog. If you're only doing indoor stuff and you want super high quality, well, there are other options out there if you want to do certain things. But for my personal use of the camera, I feel like this is the best option for me because it has a more versatile application. I'm not going to test it out in this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to test out all the lenses and see how they work. I'll probably go outside, maybe by the creek there, and film and try out the different filters and kind of show what they do. Also the telephoto lens, I'm really anxious to see what that does. Stay tuned for the full test on the microphone and all the other accessories. I should be getting that out here pretty soon. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more.